All right, guys. So, fair warning before you watch this Popcorn Kernels. It's not the best audio. I fucked up. I made a big mistake. Audio's been fucked. Me and Chuck recorded this back in October. I've been slowly working on it since then, little bits, piece by piece. Uh, I failed to get it out for one Friday the 13th. I think I'm on my third one now that I've tried to get it out for. I'm just gonna miss it, but it should be pretty close. Um, Regardless, I think this is a really fun conversation. I think we have a lot of fun with it. Sucks the audio is ruined, so I just wanted to warn you guys about that. But if you can get through, I think you'll find a pretty fun Friday the 13th conversation. I also want to give a big thanks to Mystic Sushi for helping me out and working on the audio and getting it somewhat presentable. But thank you guys. If you watch this, I hope you like it. Hope you can get through the audio. Check out Fun Bearable. Check out Reviewing History, all that good stuff, and enjoy, hopefully. I don't know. It's fun, but the audio sucks.
Attention!
Why do I forget every time?
It always works.
Yeah, I know. I think, well, it's a good way to start.
Yeah.
I love it.
Popcorn kernels are back.
Yes, man. What is this, episode 8?
I don't even know. It's been so long.
It's been a while since we did. What was the last one? You don't know?
No, do you?
I'm trying to think.
Oh, it was Trailer Park.
Trailer Park.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was fun.
That was really fun. We had Brad on as an honorary colonel.
I've seen so little movies this year. I was worried about I was going to get a court martial.
yeah, right. No longer a popcorn
Yeah.
colonel. I tear your thing off. That's
Like Bugs Bunny, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, but me and you were talking privately,
Yeah.
and we were trying to solve one of cinema's greatest mysteries.
Without a doubt. I mean, so to set this up on Fun Bearable, well, should we set up everything? Because I don't know which feed this is coming out on. Rupert does a
Yeah.
podcast called Reviewing History.
Yes.
And I do a podcast called Fun Bearable. And once in a while, we get together and we do this kind of crossover episode. One goes on the Unbearable feed. Next one goes on Reviewing History, back and forth.
We rotate.
Yeah. So if you like this show, follow both shows is kind of what we're saying.
Yeah, exactly. It's a commercial for both.
Exactly. So on Fun Bearable, we do this show called Franchise Flashback,
Mm-hmm.
where we go through an entire franchise and tell the whole story to someone that doesn't know it. So it was me and Jimmy the Hair Guy telling my co-host Brad about Friday the 13th. And what we also put up a panel with Kane Hodder.
You went all Friday the 13th.
We went all Friday the 13th, and our Halloween special ended with scripts with us and Friday the 13th. And Rupert, you love Friday the 13th.
I love Friday the 13th. I've listened to every episode of Fun Bearable. There's never been one where you guys have talked about something more where I was like, I want to be there. Like, these are my friends are talking about this. It's like, I know everything about this. It's like, Jimmy, how are you leaving out this detail? Like, oh, you fucking piece of shit. Like it was I loved it, but it was also infuriating to listen to.
Dude, I know. I would feel the same way. I know exactly what you mean. But we were talking about it. You were texting a lot about it because you're a Friday the 13th fiend. I mean, I have a lot of knowledge now that I've watched all the movies. I watched a bunch of them like here and there as a child, as a kid, as a youth. Then I watched all of them one time. Then I watched all of them again this time, and I've watched them randomly.
Yeah, there's like you see it on TV or whatever. Yeah.
So I've seen the movies a ton now, and there is a glaring issue with Friday the 13th that I think most people would just write off as like,
Who cares?
who cares? We know why they did this.
Yeah, the real reason is they didn't plan for any of this shit.
Exactly. But it is frustrating to have that dangling thread. So Rupert and I talked about how it could possibly be solved.
To make sense of it. Within the original timeline, we're not talking the reboot here, where there they make it make sense.
Yes, exactly. But this is more the original Friday the 13th series. It's it's a groundbreaking series, landmark, tons of fans. They made a ton of money, and they had this like, even without the reboot, I think there's 11 movies
I think so. Yeah.
because he goes up to Jason X plus Freddy vs.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
11. So
This franchise goes up to 11.
so that's great. So, but the thing is, it's all based around this very faulty foundation.
Yes.
So we're trying to fix the foundation.
We're going to fix it. We're going to solve it today. We're going to headcanon our way to make Jason's life and arrival and the continuity within the franchise about Jason Voorhees. We're going to make it make sense. Some things we can't make sense of, like why toxic waste turns him into a child again.
Yes, that's a tough one.
Yeah, look, we're not miracle workers, but
exactly.
we could tell you his life up to that point and how it got there.
Exactly. So, do you want to explain the issue?
Yes. So there's a couple. Number one, the end of the first movie, we see a little boy version of Jason jump out of the water and pull down Alice.
And if you're not familiar, the first movie, it's funny because everyone knows Friday the 13th. It's like Jason Voorhees, the hockey mask.
Yep.
The first movie was a whodunit, yet
Yes.
Jason didn't exist. And so when you're watching it back then, which was probably 81, 80, you're like, oh, like it's from the point of view, it's the killer's point of view, killing the whole movie. And the twist at the end is that it's an old woman who's doing it.
And look, I love the movie, but one of my big problems with the movie in general is like with a whodunit and mystery movies, I feel you have to be fair to your audience, where they could possibly guess the killer. Yeah. We've never met this person.
Yeah, by the end, you've never been introduced to the character. She just comes out and goes, I'm Pamela Voorhees. I'm killing people because my son died 30 years ago or 25 years ago,
Yeah.
84. And there were camp counselors banging each other and smoking weed and drinking. So I'm punishing camp counselors now for doing that because my son died.
Yes.
And that's basically what she says. The whodunit is revealed there, but like you said, it's not fair to the audience because you've never met this character.
Exactly. How can you guess it? It's impossible.
Exactly. So then there's a scene after that where the final girl who kills Pamela Voorhees.
Yes.
She was in the whole movie. She's out on the lake in a canoe, kind of falling asleep, and then Jason, as a 11-year-old boy,
Yeah.
he's all fucked up. His eyes.
He's a mutant.
Yeah.
Looks like Jimmy the Hair Guy.
Yeah. But he has this weird face, and he jumps out of the water and he pulls her in. But then they go to a scene where she's in the hospital. And she's like, how about the boy? What about the boy? And everyone's like, there was no boy. We dragged the lake. Like,
Yeah.
we looked everywhere. There's no boy. So it's
And the next movie opens.
Well, it's ambiguous to whether or not it
It's
really
a
happened.
dream. What happened there?
Right. Okay.
The next movie opens.
Yeah.
Jason's a grown ass man.
Yeah, Jason's a grown man. So his mom thought he was dead and drowned in 1957, and she's still getting revenge 23 years later. But somehow he is a grown man and didn't drown. And so
Well,
that's the big problem.
That's the thing. But me and you talked about it. And if you listen to her dialogue, I don't think she ever says he died. She says he drowned.
Did you know that a young boy drowned the year before those two others were killed? The counselors weren't paying any attention. They were making love while that young boy drowned.
So this is the conversation we were having. And of course, as people who are fans of film, we know what actually happened, which is that Friday the 13th made a ton of money.
It's a one-off. Yeah.
And it's definitely a one-off. And so they said, how do we make more? Who did they possibly introduce as an antagonist? And they're like, well, we would cut off the head of Pamela Voorhees. I guess the son?
Plus, it's like an old lady killer. It's just so much less like
Exciting.
Scary, you know?
Yeah, and because this movie's a whodunit, but if you go into the next one knowing it's an old lady, you're kind of like,
if I'm in a slasher movie and I die and it's Pamela fucking Voorhees,
yeah.
I'm being like, really? Like the 80-year-old woman took me out? Like I couldn't fight her off?
Exactly. So they just made Jason the killer as a grown man with no rhyme or reason. No explanation.
Yes.
How did this happen? So we're attempting to solve this timeline issue because the real questions are: A, why did she think he was dead? Because she says drowned.
What was he doing in the woods?
What was he doing still alive? Like, it just, none of it makes sense. At the end, when you see the little boy, is that him? So we kind of constructed our own mental gymnastics
Mythology.
and mythology.
And the show's coming out. Maybe some of this will end up in the show.
I know. Maybe if you want to steal it, showrunners,
Yeah.
feel
Brian Fuller.
Yes. So we have an idea.
All right.
Do you want to kind of start going down this road?
Yeah, so we gotta back up, right?
Yeah.
So the first movie starts with killings in 1958.
Okay.
So let's place Jason's time of drowning.
Okay. And Rupert's talking about not Pamela Voorhees, not Jason, some unseen person.
It's just hands.
It's just hands, and they kill how many people? 2?
I think it's a couple of killers in a shed. A couple of children in a shed, teenagers.
Yeah, like the camp counselors.
Yeah.
So we see a random person kill back then.
We don't know who it is.
We don't know who it is. I mean, in the movie, I would imagine they want you to think that it's Pamela Voorhees, but we don't see.
It could be anybody.
You know what I mean? We're living in 1980. So who was doing these killings 22 years before?
Yes. Plus, if you're a detective, and it's Mrs. Voorhees here, ain't exactly hard to solve this fucking mystery.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we had a drowning here like a week ago, and now these counselors are dead. Who could it be?
Yes. Right. So we got the killing back then. Who could be anybody?
Yes.
And then we got the killing now.
In 1979, when the movie takes place, it's released in 1980.
Right. Okay. So let's walk down this road.
All right.
What do you got?
So
We got a place. It's 1958, so we're assuming it's within the same camp session that Jason drowns, right?
Yes.
So 1958, Jason drowns. Now, Jason is already a disabled person, right? Like, they never say that explicitly.
I don't believe.
They use the word, and I'm going to use this even though I think it's offensive. Mongoloid?
They say mongoloid?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, and like, that's a weird word to me. It's a really strange word. I don't know if it indicates people from Mongol, like the country. I think it's such an outdated phrase that we don't even understand it.
I think, yeah, okay, so mongoloid is the old-fashioned term for a person with Down syndrome.
Okay. And I think it means they look like people
From
Mongolia.
It's an obsolete racial grouping of various peoples indigenous to large parts of Asia. So I guess they're saying people with Down syndrome kind of look like they're from that area.
Yeah, which is obviously...
It is wrong, and we do not endorse it on Popcorn Kernels.
So I was going to say, I think as me and you, late 30s, 40, 41, in 2025, I think it's a word that we're like, wait, what is that? You know what I mean? I don't think it exists in the lexicon anymore.
I've heard it in my life.
I've only heard it on Friday the 13th.
Okay.
They do say that, though.
Okay, so,
So he's mentally challenged
yeah,
in some way.
some way. We'll assume Down syndrome,
Sure.
just because
And his eye is halfway down his face.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
he has like crazy...
he has like a misformed head.
Yeah. So he's got probably a lot of stuff going on, like to the point where it's like fictional.
How bad it is, yeah.
Yeah.
He's beyond. But the counselors aren't paying attention to him and he drowns.
Yeah.
So my question with the franchise has always been, did Jason have a father?
Right. Someone banged Mrs. Voorhees.
He was conceived.
He was conceived.
So my thing was always, and I can't believe that they never played with this,
Yeah.
like who's Jason's dad. So my thing is that the first killings we see in Friday the 13th, it's Jason's dad.
It's not Mrs. Voorhees there.
It's Jason's dad reacting to the death immediately.
Yes.
Right.
And the cops quickly catch him.
Yeah.
And the way I see it is he would die fighting the cops.
Or he would be put away for good.
Yeah,
You want him to die.
I want him to die. There's also, I think some people think Crazy Ralph is Jason's dad, but I don't like that as much.
Okay. That makes sense. I hear you.
yeah.
So So this is kind of leading up to like Mrs. Voorhees, the killer in Friday the 13th Part 1.
Yes.
Her son drowns, and then her husband is killed, and she has a mental break.
Yes.
So here's our postulation. Is that all right?
Yeah, that works.
When she says Jason drowned,
Yes.
what happened was she had this mentally challenged son. He's well-meaning. He's helping the town. He's like he's helping old ladies cross the street. I'm not going to do an impression of him. Not here. Not now. Maybe after off my...
Well, I mean, they're the old ladies, he's helping them, but they have to cross the puddle of drool he's making along the way.
Oh, no. So he's nice in the town. He helps people bag their groceries.
People like him. They're like, hi, Jason.
He's a happy dude. He's
Yeah.
one of those guys. When he drowns, he has basically like his personality changes completely.
He's basically went to hell and come back because, he was resuscitated, but he's fucked up.
Yeah. So
He's not the same.
do you want to use actually went to hell? I thought he just had a traumatic experience.
I wasn't thinking, I was being more metaphorical.
Yeah.
Like he's changed.
Yeah. So he goes to
Sometimes dead is better, Mrs. Voorhees.
yeah. So he goes to camp. He does drown because the camp counselors are negligent. And when he has this near-death experience, and by drown we mean like you just said, like when
he dies,
he kind of dies,
but he's resuscitated.
So when he's back, his whole personality changes.
He's not the same.
He's mute. He doesn't talk to anybody. I mean, I guess that's the same thing. He's not helpful anymore. Maybe he kills the family cat.
He's a sinister vegetable.
He's a sinister, like green beans. So, or Taruba or any vegetable.
I hate him. Genocide those veggies.
So, when Mrs. Voorhees says, "My son drowned," or "I have no son," or even my son died. Let's say she says,
Yeah.
she meets the version of her son that she knew and loved and was a happy, good kid. And it was replaced by this mute, bloodthirsty, vicious little kid that she had to chain up in her shed.
It's like squirrels come there, he's killing them. Cats, anything this guy sees except his mother.
Yeah.
He still reveres and loves his mother. It's the one thing that didn't die.
Yes. Exactly. And you know what? I have an idea. So she's keeping him alive in this shed, right? And she's like distraught, obviously, but she's keeping him alive because she's like, what am I supposed to do? And at one point, when he's cold in the winter, she gives him her sweater.
I like that, the blue sweater.
Because that is part of later the lore that he's kept.
It
her
builds into
sweater.
it.
Yeah, it's part of the lore that he reveres that sweater. So our idea is that she means metaphorically her son drowned that day, but secretly
She has raised him.
she's continued to raise him even though he seems like there's no hope. Kind of like Michael Myers, I guess. Except Michael Myers was born with no hope.
I mean, lifeless eyes, nothing behind them.
Yeah.
It's pure evil.
That's what it is.
Or he's controlled by acorns. One or the other.
Rude.
Yeah, rudes, if you want to talk about the cult of Thorn, whatever mythology you want to go with.
Halloween 6.
Somehow that franchise is more messy than Friday the 13th.
I do think so, but here's what I'll say. Because you and I disagree on Friday the 13th, it's a franchise a little bit.
Oh, no, the movies are often terrible.
I think that Friday the 13th mostly has the same plot in every movie. And with Halloween, what I love is they actually try to have a plot, even though the plot isn't same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, each movie, Halloween 2, Halloween 3 is not Michael Myers, but Halloween 4, 5, 6, H2O, like, all those movies, they actually do have plots, but I feel like a lot of the Friday the 13th is like, people come to Crystal Lake and he kills them.
Yeah.
So I do think
But you know what? There's a lot more tits in Friday the 13th, which goes a long way.
there is, but I think Halloween is more fun to play with because there's more there. You know what I mean? Or is I can
I don't know.
also see Friday the 13th is more fun because it's so open.
It's like you know, you bring in a new cast of characters. They have their own little hang-ups in the group, you know.
I hate them all. Almost all of them are so fucking annoying, which I think is the point. Because you want to see them get
Well,
killed.
I don't think it starts that way. I think as it goes on, they become more and more like,
Yeah,
Jason, kill all these people, and you're rooting for him.
I think so too. But yeah, so we think, is it possible that that happened? Because the problem that it solves is this. She means metaphorically your son drowned that day. And what could happen is, on which he finally snaps and starts killing all these people, which takes place in Friday the 13th Part 1.
Yes.
She lets Jason go.
Well, we kind of came up with a solution, if you remember.
Okay, what was it?
Because we have to tie the Necronomicon into this, if you remember we were talking.
Because in Friday the 13th Part 9, Jason goes to hell. There is a Necronomicon in his mother's shed.
Yes.
Yeah, which is from the Evil Dead and how they brought people.
And a Kandarian dagger can kill him, I believe.
Yes. And it's the Necronomicon in Evil Dead is what would turn people into deadites.
Yes.
Which are kind of versions of zombies.
The Book of the Dead. And they'll possess you and make you evil. Yes. So, what we were coming up with was she's been dealing with all this stress for years, Mrs. Voorhees. Yep. Her husband's dead. Her kid is an evil vegetable. She's going through it. Right. So she ends up coming across or hearing about the Book of the Dead. And she's like, camp is reopening. Maybe I can use this book to heal my son and move on.
Yes, exactly. So she uses the Necronomicon. Now, do you think it makes him worse?
I think it makes him more evil. And like he almost can't be contained where she has to let him loose because he's so like violent now. Yeah. And she snaps. She can't fucking take it. Egged on by Deadite voices going, kill him, mommy.
Yeah.
And it's in her head. She's hearing her old son's voice. Yeah. She hasn't heard since he was a kid. Yeah, and now it's tormenting her, driving her nuts. And the Book of the Dead is loving that she's doing this. And it also, maybe it gives her a little extra strength, and it explains why she can throw a grown man through a window.
I just thought of something that might even make more sense to this. That incorporates all these elements.
Okay.
What if, because the Book of the Dead thing, it's a little tough to fit into this.
You only have to.
We have to fit it in. What about this? What if she did drown that day and she brought his corpse home, or she got his corpse, whatever, and she did the Necronomicon thing and he came back to life, and that's why he's evil and that's why he's silent.
Well, that's what a lot of people think, but
then she chains him up in the shed, and it's the same story with
so he's raised from Okay, that works too. And then it's legit because he still has to grow. That's the thing. We need the boy to become a man.
So what do you think about that though? And in our first idea, he kind of dies, they revive him and he's different. What about in this idea, he dies, the mom brings him back to life with the Necronomicon, and then he's different? Because that makes a little bit more sense.
And he's still technically dead but alive.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we've seen enough Evil Dead, I mean, timeline-wise, to see if the zombies
would age. I think they're whatever they need to be.
Yeah, me too. I think so too. So what if, because that's a little bit cleaner than just he had a mental break.
It's definitely cleaner. But we need to explain why, when the camp reopens, she snaps and goes killing again. So, and
I think that living with this kid, well, how about this? What if she snaps because he finally breaks free? Because then that's why he's out it too.
Okay, he breaks free
from the chains in the shed that we've created.
No, I'm trying to think. The first victim in the movie in like the present is the hitchhiker. And she knows who Mrs. Voorhees is. Because she throws her out of the car and then chases her down and kills her. Okay. So I was going to say maybe Jason kills someone, and that's what does it.
Oh, the first time?
like yeah, like we
But it can't be. But it can't be that girl.
it can't be that girl, so it kind of doesn't work because she's the first victim.
I mean, I wonder. I mean, let's say you had this deadite son,
Yeah.
and he's growing up, and he's eating squirrels, and he's killing cats and whatever, and you're like, you know, I do think people can eventually mentally break from something like that.
Oh, it'll wear on you.
Right. But B, I think maybe his how awful he's been can even get worse. Where he's trying to get out of the shed and
He's stronger.
it's harder and harder for her to contain him. And then when he finally breaks out and she can't take care of him anymore, she can't handle him anymore, is when she has her mental break and kills everyone at the camp.
Okay, and he just goes away, like he's ignoring her.
Well, the thing is, we don't know how much time passes between the opening of Friday the 13th Part 1. By the opening, I mean with Mrs. Voorhees.
Yeah.
To the opening of Friday the 13th Part 2. How many days is it?
It's not the next day, right? It can't be.
So let's look
It
at
has to be Friday the 13th.
It-
No, maybe it doesn't.
No.
Maybe just the first one is Friday the 13th.
Well, I think maybe the second one is, because I think if I'm correct, parts 2 and 3 are within one day.
Wow.
I
Okay.
think I could be wrong.
Well, okay.
Or it's like 4 is right. 4 is right after 3.
Okay.
So that's the same day, isn't it?
I don't remember. So Part 2 is basically the first time you have Jason as the killer. Part 3 is what? Can you give me an indication?
It's the 3D one where the final chick is the brunette.
Yeah.
Motorcycle gang. Okay.
He gets the hockey mask.
I don't know in terms of timeline where Part 2 happens versus Part 1. I mean, in my head, it makes sense that it'd be a year later.
So there's no date as far as the third film. Like, yeah, they don't establish a date. I'm looking at the second one. I feel like we're like Charlie Day with the fucking...
Yeah, exactly. That's the point of this.
Yeah.
That's the point of this.
Oh, yeah, we're going full Charlie Day.
Exactly.
We're gonna solve this shit.
I don't think people got enough of my, let's see, how many hours? Probably 8 to 10 hours of content that we put out. Fun Bearable
Okay.
in October.
Ready?
Yeah.
5 years after the... So this is from Wikipedia for the second movie. 5 years later, Paul Holt has opened a school for camp counselors on the shore of Crystal Lake. Oh, wait, I see. 2 months after the murders of Camp Crystal Lake, Alice Hardy dies. So it's 2 months later.
Yeah.
5 years after that.
So
So he could be killing this whole time and we just don't know about it.
yeah.
But, so you go from 79,
Yeah.
what's 5 years later? 84, right?
Yeah.
So in 1984,
Yeah. I'm looking to see.
Yeah, to write it down.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it.
so 5 years later, the second movie takes place in 1984.
Okay.
So we now know that 1984, Jason is killing.
Okay.
So we have a gap.
So 1958 is when he died?
Yes. 57. Wait, hold on. He drowned in 57, and then the killing sprees were in 58 and 79.
Okay, so Jason dies 57. Let's say he's 10.
Yeah.
1958. Jason's dad kills 2 camp counselors, which is in the movie,
Yes.
and he dies from a police shootout.
Yup.
Dies in shootout. Okay. Then 1979,
Yup.
which is
The first movie.
22 years.
Mrs. Voorhees dies.
Mrs. Voorhees dies, and Jason would be 1957 to
32.
32.
And he's resurrected at 33, like Jesus.
In part 6.
Yeah, exactly. Jason is 32. So, then Friday the 13th Part 2 takes place when?
2 months in 1979, he kills Alice.
Okay. So I think that adds up really well in terms of him getting revenge,
Yes.
right? 2 months later. Jason kills Alice who killed Pamela Voorhees.
Yes.
Okay. Pamela. Okay, and then
5 years later, 1984, Paul Holt opens his camp, which is the events of the second movie.
New camp. Jason's the killer. So I think the tightest version of this is Jason drowns at 10.
And I'll tell you what, the third movie takes place right after, like the next day.
Okay. Well, I think after we solve this issue, I think we're pretty good.
Oh, yeah, I think.
So let's see. So Jason drowns. I think his mom gets his body home, and she uses a Necronomicon, and he comes back,
And he's chained.
and he's completely mute, and he's evil, and he wants to kill, and he's bloodthirsty, and so she chains him up because she doesn't know what to do.
Okay.
The dad tries to get revenge of the camp counselors.
Can we add an element?
Yeah.
I like the idea that Mrs. Voorhees is a good, caring parent, but the Necronomicon is spending this entire time fucking with her for all these years, right? So it's like, kill, do this, let your son loose, let him loose, give him a hug, like all this shit, right?
Yeah. Because she did the spell.
She did the spell.
She did the spell.
And the thing is just tormenting her from 1958
all the way
to
to 1979.
1979. And like she's been working so hard to keep Jason contained and still like love her son and care for him and all this mental stress. And now they're reopening the camp and the Deadites are like, you did all this. And they're bringing the camp back that your son died at. Bah, bah, bah.
Yeah.
It's like, just
The counselors who killed your son.
all you have to do, one screw. Let out one screw.
Yeah.
Come on, you could do it.
Oh, like letting Jace out?
And she's like, fuck, and like eventually she's like, fuck it. Like, and she has like a tantrum. She goes nuts. She lets Jason loose.
Okay.
Then they're like, go protect your son so he doesn't die again.
Okay.
Go to the camp.
Sure.
And they're driving her to go do this at the camp. And it explains why, like, she's so nuts.
Yeah.
She could still think a little.
Yeah.
They give her more strength than she needs at times to do feats she wouldn't be capable of.
All right. I have a couple questions.
All right.
And I want to know, how well do you know Evil Dead?
Pretty fucking well.
Really?
Yeah.
All three of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is for my information as well as the audience. How does the Necronomicon work at Evil Dead? In like the first one, let's say.
Klaatu Baratu.
Well, I mean, like,
yeah.
why do they use it? What happens?
Well, how you don't know Evil Dead that well?
I've watched Evil Dead 1 and 2 each once, like a
Okay.
long time, like 20 years ago.
All right, so they're not even trying to use it in those.
Right.
They find a tape of recordings of the scientist who did use it, like a reel-to-reel. And they play the reel-to-reel, and he says the enchantment, which is like Klaatu Baratu, whatever, and that causes the evil presence to be summoned.
Okay.
And it starts possessing and, making people evil.
And it's affecting the tree.
It could do anything. It's all powerful evil that can possess anything, kind of make anything happen. Your hand, it'll possess just your hand. Like,
I remember that. Do they ever use it to bring someone back to life, or does someone ever die and it brings them back to life?
there's people that die, like let's say it's me, you, and Get 'em. We read it. It possesses me. I kill you. I cut your head off or whatever. Then Get 'em stops me. The evil may then possess your corpse.
Okay, so this lines up completely.
The Necronomicon can bring back dead.
So it's kind of like the book of the
It is the Book of the Dead.
Well, I'm trying to think of the one, the Darkhold from Marvel.
Yeah.
Where it's like she's just like studying spells, Wanda. Okay, so it makes perfect sense that he would actually die and that she would use the Necronomicon to bring him back. And it's kind of like Pet Sematary, where sometimes dead is better, like you said, and he comes back this way. And then the Necronomicon is giving her these voices. And
he's still growing.
And he's still growing. How about this? I'm just going to throw this out
Yeah.
and tell me what you think. The Necronomicon is in the shed. Jason's in the shed, chained up. She comes and feeds him right? She comes and checks
Yeah.
on him. She only hears the voices when she goes into the shed because that's where it is. And she
Yeah.
doesn't put it together. She thinks it's from Jason or something, or that she's going crazy.
Yeah.
But the Necronomicon is there, and that's what's giving her these voices. And so one final time, she goes in, she's already at her breaking point, and it finally convinces her to let him out. You know what I mean?
And she takes the book with her
Yeah.
and leaves it at, where is it in 9? I forget.
I think it's in their shed. I think it's okay. I think it's in their
It's in the shed?
It's in the shed of the
Okay.
Voorhees house.
Okay.
So that's where it would be. We're making,
Yeah.
you know, we're living in the canon of what they've
Yes.
established. So that makes sense. It's been talking to her. And I think even if someone out there is like, oh, I don't know, I think even just mentally you could break after raising your
Zombie son.
zombie violent son chained up for however many years. And it is kind of like an alligator. Like, you know, you get like a cute little alligator and it's in like a little tank. Like, dude.
And then they let him loose? Yeah.
Well, when that thing gets 8 feet long, it's hard for you to even take care of him. And you got to be like, what the fuck do
I have an alligator in my bathtub now, you know?
Right, exactly. So I do think it's that. And so that solves the problem of why did she say he was drowned at the end of part 1? And at the beginning of part 2, he's a grown man who's killing everybody.
Yes.
So then that's what we're looking to solve.
Which I think we've done.
I think that makes sense. I think it makes sense because, like we said, we're not bringing in the Necronomicon. The Necronomicon is in Friday the 13th,
It's
Part
there.
9, in their shed.
So it makes sense that it had to have been used. Or, like, why would this...
Why would it be there?
Why would it be in New Jersey? If, you know, like, in their house. It doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
And, like, we've tied up why the first murders are not pinned on the mother when clearly they would be. You know, that'd be, like, the first suspect.
Yeah, the first murders are the dad, and it was
Yes.
part of the mom's mental breakdown.
Exactly. We know who conceived Jason now.
Yep. Just a random guy.
And I think it makes sense.
I think it all makes sense too. I think that seeing it through, like, it's so funny because me and you are the same way with, like, we're watching these movies and we're like, oh, this one thing, what the fuck?
Yeah, how do we make sense of this?
Yeah, we've done a couple episodes, myself and Brad, where we were like, it was like Chuck and Brad fix Scream 5.
Okay.
Chuck and Brad fix, we did one for Days of Future Past, which I thought was tight.
Yeah.
But there was a couple parts in it that I'm like, this doesn't make sense, and we did it for that. We've done it a couple times. But I really like doing this.
It's fun to go in and play with someone else's toys.
Yeah.
And, like, because, look, not grew up, but we're in an era where franchises and continuity are valued and respected.
Yeah, and I think at this time they worked.
They weren't.
Because there was no home video.
They're just like, what's the next one? How do we make a buck?
They're like, okay, well, Friday the 13th was big. There's not really home video. It's not really in wide release. So let's just make part 2 and whatever, because people don't remember.
And, like, the first, like, 3 or 4 movies open with the last 20 minutes of the other movies to pad the runtime.
Exactly. So I think this is pretty tight.
I think it works. Now, here's the real question, which we didn't talk about. I mean, I feel like this is solved.
Okay, yeah, I think it's solved too.
Like, I think it makes sense. Here's the real question. What happens, like, after Jason X? Like, is he on an alien planet? He's not on Earth.
So in Jason X, it begins very far in the future.
Well, I thought it begins in, like, a mod, like 2020 or something like that, right? When he's frozen.
Oh, when he's frozen.
Yeah.
Yes, when he's frozen for sure. Then he gets discovered like 400 years later. They take him on a spaceship. He accidentally falls into this machine that turns him into like a cyborg. And he makes him more indestructible. What happens at the very end?
At the very end, so real quick, in 2008 he was frozen.
Okay.
At the very end, they kind of suck him into space or something. He gets thrown into space, but the movie ends where it's a shot. It's like a silhouette shot. It's really cool looking of like these like 2 youths, but you can't really make them out. They're lit in silhouette and they're at a dock at a lake.
Oh, yeah.
And like, what is that? A shooting star? And it lands by them and it's clear it's some sort of campground.
I think, let's put it this way. If he's not back on Earth at Camp Crystal Lake, I think he's on the equivalent.
On another planet.
Yeah. I think so. And he's
So if we did Jason 11 in continuity,
it would just be an
alien world,
Yeah, exactly. With humans, regular people. You wouldn't even know
like
the
they've
difference.
colonized the world.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is Earth 2 from, I don't know what, something. Earth 2 is from a sci-fi show.
Oh, well, I know DC, because they have Infinite Earth. And
Yes,
stuff, but-
yes. When it's like we colonize and
I mean, Jason doesn't give a shit. He's like, oh, cool.
exactly. He doesn't even notice. That's what I think.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh, there's people to kill. This is awesome.
I'm back in a camp. This must be my camp. Let's do it. That's the other thing too that we just want to acknowledge. His whole reason for killing is kind of to protect the camp
Not to protect the camp.
and to avenge his mom.
The only kill that is out of vengeance, I mean, 5 is all vengeance, but the only kill that's out of vengeance from Jason is Alice.
Right. Okay. So maybe he's
Because the rest, it's to me, the way I equate Jason is he's like a shark.
Me too.
And it's like you enter the shark's territory, he's going to fucking bite you.
That's what I was thinking. In Jurassic Park, in one of them, they're like, "Oh, don't go here. It's the Tyrannosaurus Rex territory," and like that's how I think of Camp Crystal Lake with Jason. Yeah, I think if we were doing Jason 11, I think he's just back in a camp. I mean, I guess he's still a cyborg.
Yeah, yeah, he has to be.
You know why they put it so far in the future, right?
Yeah, because of Freddy vs. Jason. They had to fix the continuity.
Yeah, they were like, we want to do Freddy vs. Jason, but we don't have the rights figured out yet. But we want to make another Friday the 13th. Let's just make one that takes place in the future.
Yeah.
Although I will say this.
Trust me, if that movie hit, they would have done a Jason 11. Like if it was like it popped and people loved it, they would have done a Jason 11 so fast and like acted like he was never in space.
Well, they did. I guess that movie like failed pretty bad, and then Freddy vs. Jason was gigantic.
Yeah.
So when does Freddy vs. Jason take place? 2003,
I think it's 2003.
and then he's frozen in 2008.
Yeah.
So I guess.
You could even fit a movie in between that.
Oh, of course, without a doubt. I mean, Freddy vs. Jason 2. You know what I mean?
Versus Freddy vs. Jason versus Michael Myers versus Chucky.
Versus Chucky. Yeah, that'd be those 4 are my top. But I do think, I mean, it's so funny now that I'm thinking about it. We did a 5th episode about Friday the 13th because we did Freaky Friday the 13th.
Oh,
Sound
that's
Back,
right.
where it's Jason teamed up with the Leprechaun.
That was fun.
That was, thank you. I liked that one. But yeah, so I think that this makes all the continuity make sense. It incorporates part 9. I'll throw this out there, and we don't have to fucking think about
Alright.
this. The guy who comes in part 9,
Roy.
the bounty hunter.
Oh, I fucking love that guy.
Me too. So what's
You know they almost did a spin-off for him, right?
No, really?
Yeah.
They were going to do a spin-off with that character, and it just like got caught in development hell and never happened for some reason.
For people who don't know, in part 9, this wicked cool black bounty hunter comes to the area. Cutter, yeah. And he knows about Jason. He knows how to kill him. He knows all this stuff. So what do you make of that character?
I fucking love Creighton Duke so much.
Me too.
He is such a cool character to have.
the best character in the series.
Yeah, I mean, you could make a case.
Who else?
Look, I love
Jason.
I love Jason. I think he's fucking cool. I like some of the Final Girls, you know,
Sure.
but they're just regular people. You couldn't do a movie about them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Oh, and Tommy Jarvis.
Tommy Jarvis, yeah.
That's tough. But yeah, Creighton Duke is awesome. So do we want to try to figure out where he came from and how he knows and stuff?
What his job is, like how like he became this.
Like
How
dude,
does he have this information? How does he know all this stuff? He's never been seen before, yet he shows up in part 9 and he has all this info. He knows that Jason is hopped into someone else's body.
Yeah, so the director,
Okay, this is what the director said, Adam Marcus. He said he imagined a backstory for Duke and claims that he survived his encounter with Jason off-screen after the film's conclusion as hopes of creating a spin-off for the character. Marcus said he believes Creighton to be, after Jason, the best character in Friday the 13th. He said Kraden is the flip side of the Jason coin, a sadistic psychotic who happens to be the sort of hero, or at least an enemy of Jason. I love him. I think he's so cool.
Me too.
I always imagine that he's like a paranormal
Me too.
investigator who like
Like if this world included everybody, all the killers,
exactly.
you would know about Chucky.
He knows about Freddy 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he's been to Camp Crystal, Springwood, and he's like investigated these murders, and he's like, okay, Freddy, you know, he's done his research. But like, there's like in this world that I'm building for Crane Duke, like he's gone to like ghost towns where like there's like a lone figure that's killing people, you know, like other
his
slasher people.
his whole thing is trying to help people defeat himself because he charges someone or he wants to charge them for doing it, right?
Yes.
He's like, I need Jason's head for this many dollars. I don't remember what he said.
He's a bounty hunter. He wants to get paid.
He's a bounty hunter. He's a supernatural bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I think is such a cool fucking premise. It's like Constantine or, you know, I never watched Supernatural, but I imagine they're fighting demons and shit.
Oh,
so-
right, yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I think that makes sense. And so I just wish they had a little more setup for him. Even if it was just a character in part 4 and like they just said like, well, this inspired him to go.
What they should have done is made him the little black kid from Park 3 grown up.
Oh.
Where he's dedicated his life.
Damn those enchiladas.
Not that kid.
I know. The cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Joanna Man.
No, that was great.
But like, how cool would it have been if like they tied it back to Friday the 13th Part 3? He's like, when I was a little kid, I saw him go from a person with the bag on his head to wearing a hockey mask, and like I saw him hung, but he didn't die, and like I dedicated my life to the supernatural and being ready, so that if Jason Voorhees ever comes back, I know how to kill him. And like,
yeah. But what if he even acknowledged, like, maybe not the events of Evil Dead, but the Necronomicon, and he's like, I studied this for years. I know what Mrs. Voorhees did. I know how she brought him back, and I know how to kill him.
That's cool. It's like, I've heard about this making interdimensional gateways, rifts in space time, and like, this is a bad fucking book. You know, you could do so much with having this grizzled guy who's seen and done shit that you don't know about. Oh, absolutely. And like, you only have heard about it, and you could build up what happens to him after. It's shame that this movie is already like 30 years old.
Yeah, I know.
It is so good.
Yeah, I love Part 9. I love Jason Goes to
I know people hate it.
I don't know why. I was just on a podcast. I was just on Johnny Law's podcast.
Okay.
And his co-host is like, that's the worst one.
Absolutely not.
And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, we were throwing microphones at each other, slapping. No,
It's,
but
if you're looking for, I can get that perspective because it's like, I use this analogy with things a lot. It's like, if I'm going to McDonald's, I want a cheeseburger, right? And it's like, I'm going to a Friday the 13th movie. I'm expecting
lots of Jason.
a cheeseburger at a camp, you know, tits, all this. And I buy my ticket to Jason Goes to Hell. And then I'm eating a fucking slug meal, fish fillet. It's like, it's very different than what you would expect.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're looking for a certain thing, that can piss you off and alienate you, and I could get it.
Yes.
It's like, that's not why I go to this franchise.
Okay, I get that. But you know, I was saying the thing about Halloween earlier, about how like at least they're trying to tell a story. Like this is that version of it in this series, which is why I like it, is what I'm saying.
I like it too, because I don't mind a change of pace.
Yeah, especially when it's the 9th movie.
And it's so creative and different. It's like, if you're going to take a swing and shake things up, this is really shaking things up. And I like that it like explains things like, you know, he's a slugworm. It's like, okay, the presence of pure evil. Why is it hopping from person to person? Necronomicon.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. And it's like the evil of the Necronomicon is represented by that little
That slug thing.
demon.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And I wish, yeah, like we were talking about, I wish Green Duke was more of a thing, but I think that is a good backstory for him. Supernatural bounty hunter. I mean, if we're coming up with these theories, then we can also say that he is the kid from 3.
That's what I think,
You
right?
know what I mean? Like, that would be great. Because there's not a lot of black characters in these movies.
Not that live. I mean, the tropes exist for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. So that little kid, he definitely makes it out.
And that's a funny thing I'll say about these movies. They mostly go out of their way to keep little kids out of danger. Like it's always before camp is open, other than like part 6.
Yeah.
But they really go out of their way to always be like.
I think that was a thing for a long time.
Well, I think that taboo hadn't been crossed yet, and now they cross it to a point, but they're still tasteful about it. Like they'll have Art the Clown kill a kid off screen.
Yeah.
But they won't have Art the Clown like,
Like
Cutting him in half.
bash and skull fuck the kid's head like he does with everybody else.
I will say, like in 30 Days of Night, they kill a girl, like a little girl, pretty graphically.
30 Days a Night's great.
So good. And then in It 2017, when he
Rips off the arm?
So crazy. I just didn't expect it. You know what I mean?
It's rare to see kids get hurt in movies, so when it does happen, you're always like, whoa.
Yeah, it's a real shock. We just watched both of those movies with my girlfriend because she's never seen them.
Oh, really?
And I kind of want to watch Welcome to Derry, man.
I want to see that.
Me too. So, I mean, all the reviews I read were pretty great.
I'm hearing good things. I mean, I'm a Stephen King fan. Like I like to read his shit sometimes, so I've been working my way through The Dark Tower for a bit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I know everyone loves it.
It's pretty good. It's finding the time to keep going. I'm like in the middle.
I wanted to read it, but like
It's like 900 pages.
so crazy.
You know what like happens in it, the book, right?
the gangbang.
Not just the gangbang. There's like chapters about like this interdimensional turtle. That, like
It's weird too because they never really explain in the movies that it is an alien.
Yes.
They don't really say that he's been there forever. And I was telling her that. She's like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, man. Like I've watched all the behind the scenes stuff and all of it. They all talk about the original book and what everything is, including the turtle."
The turtle in Stephen King's It is a cosmic turtle named Maturin, which represents a benevolent creative force as the natural enemy of it/Pennywise. In the book, Maturin is a being from the macroverse that accidentally created our universe by vomiting.
Yeah, I know.
But it gives them the information to perform the ritual of Chud, which defeats it.
Okay. Right.
Is the ritual of Chud the gangbang?
Yeah, I don't know what the ritual of Chud. I mean, in the movie, it's just standing up to him. But yeah, I haven't.
That's what it is. It's them standing up to him.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's what I was hoping to solve. Creighton Duke is like its own thing, which I think that makes, and I think it's pretty clear that he's a supernatural bounty hunter.
Yeah, he knows his shit,
He knows everything. So,
But it's such a fun thing. I wish that spinoff would have happened.
oh my god,
Because I felt like you could do so much with that. Like,
maybe they'll do something in the show.
Well,
A different actor.
yeah, that's the thing. Did that guy die? He'd be too.
He did.
Yeah.
He did die, but who knows?
Well, with the rights, they may not even be able to use him.
I was reading that the shows are going to give more context to the movie. So, like, the show's going to give more context to the movies, I should say. So, if he dies in part 9, is there stuff they can do beforehand that sets him up a little bit?
Yeah, I mean,
you can definitely have him play with stuff. Like, he's, like, showing up after cases, collecting. Oh, yeah. Like, he gets there in part 7, and he's already at the bottom of the lake. He's like, oh, the abusive stepdad got him.
Yeah. Phew. Every time he shows up right after Jason is, like, caught at the end of the
just
movie.
missed him.
Just missed him. That's great.
What do you think of Tommy Jarvis?
It's weird. I love the Corey Feldman Tommy Jarvis with the masks.
Uh-huh.
I think that's fun. I love the scene where Jason is brought back to life by the lightning. There's a whole movie that's a whodunit where it's like, is it Tommy or is it Jason?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's tough for me to swallow, because it's like, it's tough in all these horror movies. There's such a trope of like, someone goes, there's a crazy thing happening, and everyone else goes, shut up. But how is everyone so ignorant to this guy that kills in the same place all the time? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
You don't notice that people are just disappearing all the time?
Or like you would think it kind of gets reported on, like even maybe Jason, maybe even like this masked guy that was seen or whatever the hell. So is it really that unlikely with Tommy Jarvis is like, I know who it is, and they're like, no way. It doesn't, it's, you know.
It would be a national news case that this Jason Voorhees guy killed because, you know, he dies in part 4 and like people know about him.
Yeah, exactly.
Even in part 4 in the beginning, they're like, this is Jason Voorhees. You know, they're aware like that they got this killer.
And also in part 9 is when they do the FBI thing.
Oh, I fucking love that.
The best.
It's so fucking cool.
My favorite scene in the whole series.
It catches you so off guard.
Yeah.
Like, I remember the first time I was watching that, you're like, oh, this is a trope, you know, okay, we're going to see typical Jason stuff. And then they blow up the premise like that. It's so fucking ballsy.
It's great. I love it. Like I said, maybe favorite scene, lightning is probably second. But yeah, I was going to say one more thing. But yeah, Tommy Jarvis is tough. I was thinking though, this is what I was thinking of. It's funny that in Halloween and in Friday the 13th, they were like, maybe someone else will be the killer. Like Tommy Jarvis or the little cousin.
Oh,
Danielle Harris.
Danielle Harris, yeah.
And then they were like,
Nah.
even though they completely set it up in both series.
It's set up and you seem like they're going to go that way. And then they're like,
Nah.
the audience wants what it wants.
And the idea that Daniel Harris would become Michael or that Tommy Jarvis would become Jason is so annoying.
I definitely could buy it more with Tommy.
Yeah.
Just because he's already grown and like they already like that movie takes place in like a mental institution, you know? So it's like but again, it's hard to just buy him becoming evil. Like there's no motive.
Yeah.
That's what that's lacking. Which is I think there's such a disconnect between the 3 Tommies.
Me too.
They're not the same character.
Do you know that part 9 was supposed to be Tommy too?
That makes sense.
That was him, and they didn't have the rights to that character.
Really?
That main guy was originally written to be him.
See, that I would like that. That makes sense.
Yeah, there's a protagonist in part 9 if people haven't seen.
He's a good character, too.
He's a great character, and he's kind of like this nerdy guy that used to date this girl, and he kind of saves everybody.
He also, that actor, if I remember correctly, he's the protagonist of the Friday the 13th TV show as a different character.
In the new one coming out, or the original?
The original Friday the 13th show that I don't think it had anything to do with Jason.
Right.
I think it was like like a horror anthology show.
Yeah,
and he played a character in that, if I remember.
Wow. Yeah, he was great. I thought he was awesome.
Yeah, he was a really likable protagonist.
I have a little side thing I want to ask
Yeah,
you
let's
about.
do it.
We're in the horror world. Have you seen the trailers for Black Phone 2?
Dude, it looks so fucking good.
I think it looks good, but don't you think it's like exactly like Nightmare?
It's Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy. It's so bizarre.
Well, you know what? Here's what I'll say. Just because Freddy is the dream killer doesn't mean we can't ever have another dream killer.
No,
You know, it's like,
I know, I've loved like they've played with it in pop culture. Like there's Inception, and obviously there's like what's it called? The
Treehouse of Horror.
No, I was gonna say in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It's called Dreamwalking. Even.
Oh, yeah. The astral projection stuff.
Yeah, there's that. So I agree. It's like, well, we can't just give. It's like, oh, anything that has to do with dreams is Freddy. But the idea of the bad guy, the grabber in Black Phone 2 being like, what happens when you die in your dreams is so similar. It's insane.
Oh, it's just Freddy with, you know, a new paint on him, but I'm okay with it because there hasn't been any Freddy activity in like 15 years. So it's like, we're just never going to play with horror in dreams again. It's like, you know, and this seems, I haven't seen the movie yet, but it does seem more personal.
Without a doubt. And also, I would say Nightmare on Elm Street is probably the most fun series of all the slashers in terms of the kills you can do because they're integrated.
Oh, you can do anything. Yeah.
And this looks like they're doing that. Like, did you see the trailer where he's spinning the girl in the dream and then it shows her in the actual room and she's spinning and blood is going everywhere. Because I didn't see that trailer until recently.
I didn't see that. No.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I bet too, if we watch it, there's specific homages to Nightmare. I would bet heavily that they do like at least something where it's like a character sucked into the bed and the blood shoots out or something.
I agree. 100%.
There's definitely going to be something.
I agree 100%.
Because, you know, they're not dumb. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, I think so. I'm excited for it.
I definitely want to see it. Tomorrow, the new Scream trailer is dropping.
No,
Yeah.
really?
Yup, they're dropping it tomorrow.
I just watched all 6 again with my girlfriend.
Did you?
And I showed my mom one for the very first time too,
Okay.
and she really liked it.
Your mom?
Yeah.
What about your girlfriend?
She loves 1, and then this is the first time she's seen the new 2. Actually, I should say she didn't see Scream 4 either, which is my second favorite.
I love Scream 4.
It's the best. So we watched the new 2, 5 and 6. I think me and you watched at least 6 together.
We saw 6 together.
I found more to like about it this time.
Yeah?
I think so.
With low expectations, kind of.
Yeah, with knowing that the conclusion is annoying. There's a lot of fun stuff.
That Hayden Panettiere red herring.
I love that. And then also the opening that's like so different than the normal openings. Ghostface with the shotgun in the bodega.
Yes.
There's a lot of
There's cool stuff.
There is.
Here's my prediction, and you guys will know if this is right because I'm making it now before the trailer even drops. My prediction for the new movie, because there's all these things about all these old killers are coming back after Sydney. My prediction is that the movie is about AI in film, and they're not the versions of the killers that are the people we know. They're AI recreations on screens that are being done to fuck with Nev Campbell. So they'll like, it'll be a call, and sometimes it's Ghostface's voice, and other times it's Stu or Billy or David Arquette, you know, or Roman, and like all these old killers that she's dealt with are coming back
Yeah.
to add to the whodunit.
I'm not saying that this is my call. I just think this is the only way it can make sense. You know that they confirm Matthew Lillard is in this movie.
He's going to be in the movie.
Okay, so here's my
They
thought.
confirmed David Arquette, the Roman
No.
actor. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait, they confirmed all these people?
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
What?
Was it Scream 7?
Yeah.
Scream 7 cast. Okay, ready? Matthew Lillard, Nev Campbell, McKenna Grace, Skeet Ulrich, Isabel May, Mason Gooding, David Arquette, Courtney Cox, Scott Foley, who's Roman, Joel McHale. I'm looking for... Those are the returning alumni.
Wow.
So that you have 3 screen killers in there.
I believe Lillard says he's gonna play this guy.
What?
Lillard said the Scream post would be gap.
That's weird.
I don't know. Maybe.
That's what I read.
But they're all back. So that's why I think they're going to go AI. Because you're going to undo 4 previous deaths. It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Or they're just flashbacks, which would seem like a waste.
Here's what I thought. And again. Huh. Weird. Matthew Lillard embraces queer reading of Scream killers.
Oh, what that is because there's always been that suspicion that Billy and Stu are gay with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think.
Which doesn't make sense because Billy's whole thing is that he wants to fuck Nev.
Yeah.
I don't.
And also, he had sex with someone else at that time, creating
Yeah.
water that's in Layer Was. And no, not Sydney's mom. But anyway, here's what I thought. I mean, this is immaterial now because, like you said, that all these people were confirmed.
Yeah.
I thought it was just Matthew Lillard, which is the only Scream character that's a killer that could conceivably be alive.
Yeah.
Here's what I thought. It was going to be a new Scream with Nev Campbell that's kind of like Silence of the Lambs, where Matthew Lillard is in jail and there's a new Scream killer and she's helping her figure it out.
That'd be fun.
It'd be awesome. I wish they would do that. Wow, all these characters.
Yeah.
How the fuck are they going to explain this?
That's why I think it has to be AI and recreations that are fucking with her. Because if you just think of the Scream series, right? Other than the last one, I'm pretty sure I'd have to. I only saw it once, but they're all a meta commentary about something, right? The first one is slashers. The second one is sequels. The third one kind of fails at it, but it's trying to talk about trilogies.
Yeah, I think so.
And in a way, because it's not that good, it kind of does succeed. Yeah. The fourth one is about reboots. It's about reboots, yeah. The fifth is about requels.
Yeah, for sure.
The sixth is kind of its own thing from what I remember. I don't think it's a meta thing at all, really.
It's oh, you know what's crazy? Dude, I should have told you about this when I saw it. There's a video essay about how Scream 6 is mirroring Scream 2 throughout the entire thing. And it totally is.
Oh, I totally buy that. Yeah.
It's the stuff that it points out is fucking bananas. It points out so many similarities between it. I wish you could remember them right now. But I mean, yeah, man, I'm glad we got this planned down. This
was fun.
About how to solve Friday the 13th, and I think it's pretty plausible.
It makes sense. We fixed the canon. You're welcome, world.
Yeah, you're welcome, slasher fans.
So, we'll both plug our shit one more time, because who knows where this is dropping. Reviewing History is my pod. Check it out. We go through historical movies. We tell you what's real and fake in them as we make dick and fart jokes. It's a lot of fun. Check it out. On Black Friday, on the Reviewing History Patreon, we are not the Reviewing History Patreon. On Bandcamp.com, on Black Friday, we're dropping the Reviewing History Christmas pod, A Very Shining Christmas. Me, Chuck, Jimmy the Hair Guy, Get 'em, and Steve from Reviewing History. We're all hanging out, making hard jokes, and it's coming with a bonus pod covering Gremlins. What more can you want?
Absolutely.
It's a blast.
And check out my podcast, Fun Bearable. We talk about pop culture, comedy. It's me, a filmmaker, with my buddy who is an improv guy, Brad. And we do a lot of writing stuff. We come up with our own scripts for things. We do a lot of different creative projects that you don't normally see on podcasts. All I can say is we have a good time. It's a funny time. Funbearablepod.com, at Funbearablepod on social.
Dismissed!
Always scares me.